Hey, this is your band is a business. I'm Cornelis, and this is my weekly update. So, spring has finally arrived in London, and the sun was out. So, I grabbed my camera and went down to the park to shoot some footage because that's my project over the coming months is to get good at short form video content. I have the songs now, songs that I've been writing, over the course of my entire life really. I finally have great recordings of them that people respond to, both friends and strangers. And I just need to promote and promote and promote. So, yeah, I went down to the park, took some footage. It wasn't all smooth sailing. There were children running around behind me, making faces, all that kind of stuff. It's a public park, it's allowed. But I got some footage and I made my first upload on TikTok. It wasn't anything fancy. I'll share my screen in a moment so you can see the results. Like I literally just edited the start and the end of it, and then put a text overlay, POV, it's summer and I'm dancing to my own vibe, something like that, and then the lyrics as I was singing them of the chorus. So yeah, I uploaded it and it went quite well in terms of the results. As I said, I'll share it in a moment. And it was just me just getting back on this horse after a while, after my excuses of not doing anything much on that front anyway because of the weather. But anyway, yeah, I did it and I shot more footage that I want to use. And what I need to do is find good locations, find interesting locations, because that's maybe my weakness at the moment, that I don't really can't really think of interesting places to go other than the park, which is nice, when it's the first properly nice day of the year, the first day of spring, almost summer, and everyone was really in that vibe. But yeah, I need to mix it up definitely. So if you have any suggestions for cool locations in London, then leave a comment below. What else have I been up to? I spoke to the drummer about possibly bringing in an additional drummer because he can't always do the gigs, and I'm turning down gigs. And I thought, well, maybe I can create a squad rotation system, like a sports team where I've got different people, and if somebody is suspended or injured, then you just bring in another player. I don't know if this is feasible at all. I don't know if somebody would want to be the backup drummer. But I don't know. It's just an idea I floated past him. He said, yeah, he's okay with it as long as he's first choice. And yeah, I think that's fair enough. But who knows? I don't know if this is a good idea. I'm just trying to think outside the box. Like I said, it keeps happening that I'm turning down gigs because either he or other members of the band can't do it. And we haven't had a show since the spring, since the early part of the spring. And since then I've released a single, and there's another single coming out on the 29th, which I'll talk about in a moment. So yeah, this band member rotation system, I don't know if it's a good idea, but let me see if it's something that can be done. Okay, yeah, the next single. So it's coming out on the 29th. I received the artwork, obviously, uploaded it to DistroKid as well as SoundCloud and Bandcamp. So that's all ready and done. I've also received the ad. So what I usually do is I have an ad made in a vertical format for Facebook and Instagram. So it's usually the artwork that drops down with a visualizer that goes along with the music, and then the Spotify logo, and then listen now. And I run paid ads for it to promote it to people that have interacted with my Instagram or Facebook profile in the past. And depending on how that goes, I will then also put some money into promoting it to people that haven't interacted with me in the past, but that might like a genre or specific band that is similar to that song. So we'll see how it goes initially, and then after that, I will decide whether to put more money into it. Yeah, I've done experiments in the past with. I think at the most I spent 1,000 quid on promoting a song, and while it went well, I I couldn't really. I didn't feel like I could justify the the spend in terms of what I was getting out of it. And at this point, I feel like my money is better spent elsewhere. So it kind of, I don't know. If you listen to people like Andrew Southworth, he's all about hitting it with paid ads and growing an audience, and then you trigger the algorithms. But watch one of my in a previous video I talk about it, about what, you know, the results I got from spending money on ads, and why in the end I don't really do that right now. Anyway, just check out that video if you want an in-depth look at somebody spending £1,000 on Facebook and Instagram ads. Um, but yeah, for me, the my plan right now, I kind of follow the school of people like Jesse Cannon and Damien Keys and Entrepreneur, as it were. They are more focused on building a community, on using short form video content to get in front of new people. So that's the kind of strategy that I follow, or that I'm trying to follow. And yeah, the name of the game for me really has to be consistency in creating content, consistency in putting out the content, and doubling down on what works. And as I said earlier, I'll share my screen to show you what has been working and what has not been working. Okay, yeah, I'll show you now what happened when I posted my first TikTok of the spring. Okay, so here's my TikTok profile, and this is the video that I posted. Don't be jealous of your sister. Don't try to trade places with her. So next time you look in the mirror, remember you're better than that. You know you're better. Right, and I'll pause it there. So as you can see, it's really simple. I'm just standing in the park, no fancy edits. Just a little caption there, POV, you're dancing because summer has arrived and you're enjoying your own vibe, and then the lyrics flashing by. And it received, let's go, it was 1,741 views, 43 likes, a comment. This sounds like Let's Dance by David Bowie, only better. So that's a great compliment. 3 saves, and you can't see it here, but in the app you can see that it got something like 10 or 15 shares. I can't remember, but it was I was pleasantly surprised by that. So a really simple video, no edits. My facial expression, I forgot to like smile, and I look like I'm in pain, but it's actually because I'm squinting because of the sun. But anyway, I smashed through the dreaded 200 views barrier with that one. And I just want to back up a little bit and talk about the history of my TikTok. We won't go back too far, but let's see. You can see that I was doing some decent numbers here a couple of months ago. 800, 700, 694, close to 800. And then it's all in the 700s, 800s. Some of them were videos, some of them were these, you know, image ones, the photo carousel, as it were. And then at some point I did something which went kind of viral that I ended up deleting because it was a bit too negative. I think I got 300,000 views or something, and yeah, my song was playing in the background, and then I put myself at the end of the carousel, but it wasn't really about the music, it was about the drama of the post that I made. And again, you can look at my previous videos and I'll talk about it. But anyway, and then I kind of lost my way. I dropped down into a couple of hundred again, and I was occasionally I would get a bit higher. See, this one's 900, but I was struggling. And then I found another viral moment, or experienced another viral moment with this indie sleaze post, which as you can see got almost 240,000 views, and that was a bit more it was a lot more positive than the previous viral moment. At least you know, this didn't involve any negative drama, and it was kind of related to my music because this indie sleaze movement is somewhat related to my song. I think my song "Don't Be Jealous," it really fits that vibe. basically I did a little experiment here that got 3,500 views, and I thought, okay, let me double down on that. This one got, as I said, 239,000 views, and I thought, let me do more of that. But the next one only got 5,000, and the next one after that only 400. So it worked once, but it didn't work again. And now I'm trying to think, okay, I need to these experiments are interesting, but it just goes to show that it's better to focus on stuff that is based around the music. So this one has got 1,700 views, more than 1,700 views. And then I did another photo carousel yesterday, and that only got 261 views. So it's funny, the photos don't seem to work as well as they used to. For a while, TikTok was really pushing them, and they were doing quite well, 700, 800 views. But it seems to have dropped off. So maybe they're not pushing it as they used to. But anyway, that was just the example of the video I took, or what I posted. I took more footage, so I will be posting more based on that content. But my plan is to go out at least once a week to shoot content around London, and just learn how to do this and get better at it, and promote my music as much as I can. Something that you might notice as an aside is that I'm trying to be a bit more consistent with what I wear in my content. I'm not going to stick to it 100% of the time, but basically I have this look which consists of a white t-shirt and this Fila tracksuit top. I've got several of them. One is orange, one is red, and yeah, I'm trying to be consistent with some kind of look, broadly consistent, because it's one of those things where people will learn to recognize you as they're scrolling through TikTok, and those little things can help build your brand and build recognition, and people will, as they're scrolling through TikTok and Instagram and all that, it's like, oh, it's that guy again, and it's those little things that hopefully will help me grab people's attention. But I'm not gonna stick to that all the time. There'll be some variations here and there, but maybe I'm going to aim for maybe 80% of the time I'm going to wear that look, basically. And don't worry, I've got multiple white t-shirts. I've got 3 of those Fila tracksuit tops, and I'll rotate between 2 of them, and the third one is a backup. And then experiment with sunglasses or no sunglasses, and hat or no hat. But that's basically one of the main looks that I'll be using when I'm creating all the content this summer. Okay, that's it, and follow me if you're interested in learning along with me. If you have any suggestions for creating short form content, for promoting music, let me know. Let me know if you know any locations in London as well, and I'll speak to you guys next time.